Hey guys, and welcome back to Fringe Friday. I am Carmen, and today we are embarking on season 3, episode 16 of Fringe. Fringe Friday. Anyway, I absolutely adored the last episode. I love a flashback episode anyway, always a sucker for it. And I love when Fringe does these flashback episodes because I feel like we learn so much about the characters and the way that they interact with each other and the way that they interact with other people, and we just get so much further insight into who they are. And I love that shit because I love to overanalyze the hell out of it, pick it apart, figure out why this character is making this choice and what made them be the way that they are, right? Obviously, Olivia has always had trust issues. We sort of understood why, and now we have further insight into why, because, as a child, she learned that one of the people that you should be able to trust most in the world was untrustworthy. It's gonna mess you up. That's just inevitable, We learned that Peter, poor little baby Peter, my heart breaks for him. We definitely saw a lot of what made Peter into who he is because of, being gaslit and just the realization that he could never go home. And so he forced himself to adapt and to believe the lie so that he could continue on, We learned so much about Walter and Walternet and Elizabeth? Is his wife's name Elizabeth? I can't remember now. Anyway, and his wife in both worlds, it was just honestly a truly heartbreaking episode. Although I loved to see baby Peter and Olivia, they were so cute and they met, and even then Peter could get through to her. I love it. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop fangirling. Let's just watch this episode and see what happens.
I woke up, and there she was in my bed. Yoko.
What did he say?
It was the 70s. What could he say?
What?
All I've managed to do with its vast resources is to create a new flavor of cupcake frosting. Baconberry.
No, that doesn't sound good to me. Sorry.
But I've worked for Mr. Bell for a long time, and you're the best boss I've ever had.
That's cute. But also, he high as fuck. Also, he's on Hawaii 5-0, and I know Lost, but I haven't seen Lost.
Walter, why are you going through William's old research files?
I have to protect our world. If Benny were here, he wouldn't let everyone down. For the first time since we've been reunited, Peter is truly happy.
Oh, how so?
Peter and Olivia. They're a couple now.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, because she knows that that's vital to Peter choosing our world. Maybe you should share that information, Nina. Sorry, I yelled.
But then I remembered how good we were together. And then I realized,
Is he gonna try to communicate with him?
then maybe I could remember how to think the way I used to.
Oh. That's what he's trying to do.
Come on! Let's go!
Putting a lot of faith in these shoes.
Koenig, come on!
Oh, okay. What the fuck? It made sense when I thought that they were at the top of a building, but now I'm confused.
Trial 7, March 15th. Initial testing on the memory disk I retrieved from the shapeshifters revealed no information. However, the daisy chain wiring pattern seems to have activated them, somehow revealing tons of previously undetected data. Unfortunately, I have absolutely no idea how the hell to read it.
Has Peter shared this with Olivia? Because I think he should. I'm guess no, by the way he's acting.
I thought you were gonna sleep in.
I thought you were gonna let me sleep in.
Well, I woke up early and it's actually warm outside. There's this great street fair on Memorial Drive.
You like a street fair?
I love a good street fair. You're not so bad yourself. So I figured because you're on the way.
They're so cute.
Yeah, I got up early and went to the gym. Just let me shower up and I'll meet you in 15.
Lying.
Perfect.
Peter, you can't do this. You can't lie to her. One, just because you shouldn't, but two, she's got trust issues.
Doesn't look like anything was taken.
I mean, they went to a lot of trouble to get in here, so they must have been after something.
Agent Dunham,
You got something?
we know what the thieves took.
What?
Do you guys know anything about osmium?
It's a metal, durable, used in electrical contacts and fountain pen nibs. Why?
Well, the warehouse is missing a substantial quantity, so I think maybe that's what our thieves were after.
Well, that's weird, though, because osmium is extreme.
Osmium is twice as dense as lead. It's the heaviest element on Earth.
Maybe that's why they wanted it.
Dr. Crick? I'm sorry, Scotty. Give me a minute, will you?
Why are only their legs atrophied?
There was a guard. He shot him.
His body?
I left it. I had to. What do we do?
Go home, I'll figure something out.
There's something else. I've been nauseous, and my head is killing me. I didn't feel like this the last time. Go to the lab. Wait for me there.
What experiment is that guy doing? He's using those poor people.
So what'd you find?
Well, the keycard that we found on the Bloom man, the manufacturer traced it to a warehouse in Ulster.
He's just like,
What's up?
Nothing. When your mother and I were courting, we used to take long walks in the park. I can see for your generation that a drive to a warehouse would be just as enchanting.
Right.
cute. Everyone ships it. All right, now what the hell? I just drew all over myself. What the hell are you up to?
What's happening to me?
What's wrong? Let me see what he looks like.
You said if I got more of that stuff, then it would be permanent.
Yes, I'm working on that.
Then why am I getting sick?
You can't defy gravity without consequences. That's the problem. You're a pioneer. Men like you, your participation in this experiment will help me discover a way to eliminate the side effects. I believe we may be just about there.
So is he trying to eliminate the side effects of like being in space? Anti-gravity or no gravity or whatever?
There's nothing here that would alter body density. Pick him up and put him on a table.
By herself?
Walter, I
I
can't.
don't
Now he's gonna be super heavy, right?
I mean him, he's too heavy.
You're not gonna be able to pick him up.
Take another sample of his blood. Run a test for osmium.
Why would that make him float?
You can't, of course. That's what's troubling me.
Maybe he was born like? That doesn't make sense.
You know when we're watching TV and you start to rub my back and you're not really paying attention because you're kind of distracted?
Yeah.
And you turn your hand in a circle just over and over and
Yes, I know what you're talking
it's
about.
kind of like you're burrowing through the muscle right into the bone.
I think I get the point.
Okay. I don't like it.
I had no idea.
See, I love this full disclosure. Why didn't we make this agreement earlier?
It's supposed to be about how we feel about each other, but
No, it's about everything. You holding out on me?
no, I'm just clarifying.
It's about trust. So it's a great game if two people are playing.
Peter, you need to tell her. You can't betray her trust. You know how dangerous that is with Olivia. I mean, with anybody, but you have to be able to trust your partner in a relationship.
Looks like we found the second thief.
Yeah, and I think there's a third. Unless he did that to himself.
More than just 3 or 2. How long has this scientist been doing that?
It's the high concentration of osmium in their blood. They all have toxic levels.
What kind of exposure would lead to that?
Injecting it?
Via syringe.
So how could injecting someone with the world's heaviest element make them float?
Shouldn't have.
So how's that possible?
I don't know. Do I look like I have answers?
There are 8 wheelchairs in total. We ID'd a few of the bodies. Those men suffered from muscular dystrophy. They'd been handicapped for years.
Okay. Their legs. Muscles atrophy.
Okay, so why target these people? Does it have something to do with the disease?
He's trying to help them, right? I figured maybe he has somebody in his family that has that, and so he's trying to like help them like find a cure, right? Based off the scene, I'm gonna say his son.
That was a hell of a play you made. I'm impressed.
Thanks, Dad.
These newbies don't know how to play defense.
Was that right? No D?
No D.
Michael,
Yeah.
go get him.
It's his dad, right? Like, it's... Don't.
Tough sport, huh?
Brutal. Must be quite a rush.
Why aren't you out there?
Never been healthy enough to play.
Aww.
But you wish you could, though, don't you?
I wish a lot of things, but I stopped believing in leprechauns and miracles a long time ago.
Scientist dude, do not prey on this poor boy.
What if I told you I could give you a miracle?
I said do not prey on this poor boy. Not, please, prey on this poor boy.
You want to get a pizza?
I don't think Regina's delivers this late.
No, it doesn't. I was thinking maybe we could go get it. You look like you could use a break, and I definitely could. We'll take the files in the car. Come on.
I gotta eat, right?
We're going on a pizza run. You want anything?
Just some licorice.
I'll get you some from the machine, Walter. And no thanks, I think I just lost my appetite.
Fair enough. We'll see you in a bit.
Walter is like me. He's like a little shipper. He's like,
Oh, don't look now.
were they holding hands? You guys, they were holding hands? They were holding hands. I'm sorry, I'm fine. They were holding hands.
Please do not let go of a beautiful woman's hand on my account.
So what's the file about?
I'm just doing some research on shapeshifters.
Oh, I didn't realize. Anything in particular?
No, just background.
Oh, Walter, I mean, Peter. See, I'm not used to reprimanding Peter.
Walter, what is it?
Ellie. I need his help. I can't do this alone. I'm failing, Nina.
No, you're not.
I know he's dead. I know that. But maybe we can bring him back.
Don't try that.
It's a research project.
Oh, okay. But still, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Soul or consciousness continues to live on after death, and all it needs is a vessel or a host
Yes,
to
I
return
remember.
to. What if he did it? What if he's done it? What if he's done it? What if he's done it? Then all we have to do is to figure out how to trigger the magnets, to summon the soul back into the host, and he'll be back here with us.
No, I don't think so, Walter. That sounds like a very bad idea.
Cut out parts of my brain, Nina.
I know, hon.
I don't think I'm capable.
You are.
Walter, it was never your intellect that made you exceptional. It was your imagination, your boundless creativity.
Yeah.
You're not quite whole, Walter, but the best parts of you remain, so focus on that.
Yeah.
What if I fail?
No, you won't fail, Walter.
How can you be so sure?
Because you can't.
I mean, yeah. You give yourself no choice. You have to succeed.
This is amazing.
Poor Vince.
These will keep you grounded. It's very important that you wear these when you're outside.
I don't know how to thank you.
I just wish I had enough to make it permanent. Fortunately, that was the last of my treatments. I don't have the stuff I need to make another batch.
Dude, fucking stop.
How do we get more?
I get why you're doing it, but you are fucking over other people to try to use them as lab rats to experiment on to further helping your son. People are not disposable just because they're not the people that you love. Sorry, I'm getting heated.
I'm close to something big, Michael. A breakthrough that'll change everything. The answer is just out of my reach.
We'll get there, Dad. I know you will. You've never failed before. You won't fail this time.
He's failed quite a few times. You know. People died. A lot of people.
So, Walter, whereabouts in Boston would he be able to acquire Letitia?
It's mainly found in meteorites. Do you think the perpetrators from outer space?
Probably not.
Yeah.
You'd need several samples, so somewhere where there is an abundance of meteorites.
The Museum of Science.
I was gonna say a museum. Museums typically have security as well, though, especially if they have valuable antiquities or just valuable anything. Which, you know, they're museums, they usually have valuable stuff in them.
According to the curator, there's a night watchman on duty and all the wings are individually locked from the inside. Seems pretty solid.
Not solid enough.
Yep. Then when you have a giant ass skylight.
Somebody's coming. Hurry up! Get the door open now.
Come on! Let's go!
But you can't just leave me! I need your help!
Kid, he doesn't give a shit about you. Dude. Don't do that. You're just gonna fly into the air.
Stop!
Shoot!
Turn around.
Oh, he's just gonna float into, like, the atmosphere. Peter. Damn, Peter. That was good. That was good.
I hurt some people, Michael. I was trying to help them. I wanted to fix them. They were in wheelchairs like you. When it was perfected, I was gonna give it to you.
Is that how you see me?
I was gonna say.
Something that you need to fix?
Oh, no. No. I just wanted you to be happy.
He is happy.
I was happy.
Yeah.
I went to bed at night knowing I had a father who loved me.
He seemed like he had a full life. Friends, sports, family.
Daedalus crafted wings for his son Icarus so he could fly away. The wings he gave him wound up killing his son.
I suppose that makes me a lucky man, then.
Other parents weren't so fortunate. I need to know how you did it. How did you defy the laws of physics?
A few months ago, I was contracted to develop a new alloy for military aircraft. I wasn't having much success.
Until.
And then I combined two elements, rare elements.
Osmium and lutetium.
And that's when it happened. I'd combined two of the densest elements on Earth, and somehow the result was a new molecule. A molecule lighter than air.
I'll talk about it later, but his research never seemed to evolve beyond the first stage, so why did he keep using it?
Dr. Crick's serum should never have worked. This man wasn't changing the fundamental laws of nature. I think they were changing on their own. I think he took advantage of it. Our universe is starting to break down because of what I did 25 years ago.
Okay, so it's not scientifically possible, but it happened because the laws of physics are changing. Hey.
Hey.
You asked me to meet you across campus and not at the lab so that we could make out in front of college kids and not your dad.
No, he's gonna be honest with her, right? Please.
I haven't been entirely honest with you.
Yes, Peter.
Whatever's happening between the two universes, whatever our fate is, I'm right at the center of it.
No, but Peter, I mean, we're all there for you. We're all working together to figure this out.
Look, I know that you're all trying to help, but it's not your face in that drawing. It's mine.
Yeah, he's gonna be honest.
What are you saying?
He did a
I've been
thing.
working on something for a while now.
In secret?
Something I didn't want to tell anybody about
Yep,
because,
yep.
frankly, I can't trust the FBI. And as much as I know Walter cares, he's too protective. I can't trust his judgment.
But he wants to trust you.
I do trust yours. But I don't want there to be any more secrets between the two of us.
Yes, Peter, this is, bless you.
Full disclosure.
Blessed. This is what I wanted. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy.
Bailey's notes are incomplete, but I think I was right about the trigger. I think there is an instrument can draw Bailey's consciousness.
The bell?
Walter, what are you doing?
And I think Bailey would have left it with someone he trusted. A person's consciousness, their soul is energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. No matter where Bailey's consciousness is, the harmonic vibrations emanating from this bell will draw it forth from whatever vessel he chose before his death.
Walter, you're being
If it's Nina. It is, right?
Bailey?
No, Walter, it's still me.
Who is it?
If I'm right, wherever Bailey is, he will find us.
What if he's that security guard?
It's everything we know about the machine. Every schematic, every piece of data, every diagnostic.
And what are these?
Are these?
Memory disks from dead shapeshifters, yeah.
Well, how did you get them?
He was the one killing the shapeshifters. Full disclosure?
Thought maybe Astrid could figure it out, but I didn't even want to bring her into this. I'm running through every code-breaking program that I know, but so far I can't break it.
Belle is Olivia.
That's because the decoder key is in my office.
What? At the FBI?
No, in Massive Dynamic. Hello, Peter. It's nice to see you again.
What? 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 So, what a fun episode. Season 3 has, especially the second half of season 3. I mean, I love the first half of season 3 as well, but getting our group of people back together has honestly been, it's so amazing. Anyway, it has really been killing it, was my point. And like this episode, like, you guys, oh my God. Okay, so one, the cute, happy Peter, Olivia, gives me life. My little shipper heart is so fucking happy. Like, they were holding hands, they were kissing, they were just being adorable as fuck, and like, I'm here for it. I need it in my life, okay? Walter being like me in every scene where Peter and Olivia are interacting and just in the background, like, same, like, so relatable. I just really love it, and it makes me so happy. That being said, I'm also so proud of Peter in this episode because he was keeping all of that stuff a secret from Olivia, and it was very much stressing me out. And I'm thinking, like, you know, she has trust issues. You know that, like, you have worked so hard to build up this trust with her. Like, please don't lose it over something that she would understand if you just talked to her about it, right? So I was so happy to see Peter actually at the end be like, you know what? I want to be honest. I want this full disclosure. I want us to be able to fully trust each other. Like, I can't trust the FBI because, I mean, you know, you can't trust government agencies most of the time. And like, I trust Walter, but he's too protective. Like, I don't know what he'll do if he finds this out. I want to trust you. Like, I want this to be a trusting relationship. Like, the growth, it just makes me so happy because, especially after seeing last episode, I think we can appreciate more than ever the walls that Olivia has built up, right? Like, we've suspected that her stepfather was abusive to more than just her mom. But to see it in action and to know that being betrayed in such a horrible way by an adult when you're a child that you're supposed to trust really affects your ability to trust people going forward. Because one of the fundamental lessons that you are learning when you're a kid and like shaping your personality and the world around you, like, it's so dependent on having adults that you can trust. The way that you interact with other people is so dependent on having adults that you know that you can trust. And Olivia never had that, right? She had an abusive stepfather and a mom who was, yes, a victim as well, but she couldn't trust her because she allowed the abuse to happen. You know, she was complicit in it. So she kind of learned that there was no person that she could trust. And that really, really affects the way that you form relationships and bonds for the rest of your life, right? And so so knowing that, and then knowing that Peter also like had this huge trauma when he was a kid, he was literally taken from his world, and then he knew that that wasn't his family, but they wouldn't admit it. And so he eventually had to like choose the path of least resistance, like I said last time, and just go along with all of the stuff that they were saying, knowing in his heart that that's not the truth, but knowing also that he could never get back to his world. So he had to sort of make up his mind that he was going to believe the lie. And that sort of internalized trauma of losing a family and not actually being allowed to mourn for that family because you have to pretend that they're still there, like, that's gonna affect his trust, as well as like having adults who are supposed to be his parents lie to him and know that, you know, like, it, of course, it makes total sense. Like, Peter would have some trust issues as well, and like quite a lot of trauma and family dynamic and issues to deal with, right? So all of that being said, that just made this moment of Peter and Olivia being fully open and trusting and honest with each other all the more beautiful and important, I think, right? Because they have chosen each other as somebody they can trust. Even when they were kids, they chose each other as someone they could trust. They don't remember that, but they did. And I think that it's some innate part of them. And, you know, yeah, call me a hopeless romantic, but whatever, that knows that like that's their person, that's their soulmate. And so they know that like they're safe with them, if that makes sense. You know how, not me outing myself, but you know how when you have trust issues because, you know, things have happened in your life and you meet somebody that you trust and it doesn't make sense, it's inexplicable, you're like, there's no reason I should trust you because, you know, I don't trust people. Like, the fact that I trust you is terrifying to me and makes me like really scared, but I just have this innate feeling of safety with you that makes me trust you. If you have experienced that, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I feel like that's what Peter and Olivia have with each other. It's just this inexplicable moment where you meet somebody and you get to know them and you're like, I trust you. And I don't trust people. And that's fucking terrifying for me. But I trust you. And so I feel like they have that sort of innate feeling of home with each other. And it makes me feel so protective of them and like their bond, and I just want them to get happy. Sorry. I just want them to get their happily ever after so badly, especially seeing all the flashbacks and everything. Like, these are two people who have been through so much fucking shit in their life. Like, they have been through it. And like, they deserve that happy ending. And oh God, I hope they get it. God, I hope they get it. I'm really scared, but I hope they get it. I think that the scientist was sympathetic to a point, but also I love the scene with his son at the end when he's like, oh, I was trying to like fix these people so I could fix you. And the son's like, excuse you? Like, do you see me as broken, as like needing to be fixed? Like, I have a full, happy fucking life. And like, what the hell, you know? I think that a lot of times in media and in life, and I'm not going to go too much into it because, you know, I don't really have the knowledge or the, I don't know what the word is, but like it's not my place to talk about it, right? But I think that a lot of times in media and in life, like I said, we can sort of, as a society, be guilty of infantilizing disabled people, handicapped people, whether that's physical or mental or whatever handicaps. And I think that it is a real issue that we have as a society of trying to fix people, of treating them like less than whole people just because they have a handicap. And yeah, I definitely like that this episode pushed back against that narrative. Like, the dad is trying to help his son, but in doing so is fully overlooking his actual son, who is doing fine. He's doing great. Like, he's enjoying sports. He's, you know, he seemed happy and content and excited about his day-to-day life. So I think that I like that that Fringe is kind of showing that that is a false narrative that a lot of people do have about people with handicaps or disabilities, and that maybe we should like check ourselves and take a step back and like ask somebody if they want or need help, because maybe they're just fucking fine, you know? I did also think that it was interesting though that Walter said that the only reason that his experiments were working, not even really working, but the reason that the elements that he used were able to combine to form a new molecule, could be saying that completely wrong, but I think that's what he said, was because of the universe shifting and the laws of physics as we know them breaking down, because our universe is, you know, getting fucked. Not in a good way. You know what I'm saying. Also, I'm fully burying the lead here, but Olivia is Belle now? Like, one, I kind of love it because it's funny and it'll be an interesting little storyline, but two, like, we can also like get rid of him again, right? And like let Olivia just be Olivia, because I'm not really on board with this whole like possession thing for like an extended period of time, because I want Olivia to be Olivia. Like, we've already dealt with faux Olivia. Like, I just want Olivia, not faux Olivia, not Belle Olivia, Olivia. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm okay with it for like a tiny stint of time. Tiny. Like half of next episode. Maybe next episode. But I don't want this to be like extended. Or like if we could like, now that we have Belle, we could like extract him and put him somewhere else so he could just like talk to us without poor Olivia having to be involved in it. I do think it's a fun twist. I was like, oh, it's gonna be Nina. Oh, it's gonna be that security guard from Hawaii Five-0 and Lost. Oh no, it's Olivia? What? I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. Although it makes sense because she's the one he talked to. She's the one that Walter and Belle kind of put their hopes on, you know, rested their hope for the world in. So it makes sense, but just wasn't expecting it. It is a fun twist though. I like when Fringe does things I'm not expecting. I also think it's interesting that Nina has apparently not shared the information that Sam told her about Peter and who he chooses being whose world survives and all that stuff with anyone. Like, I didn't think she was going to offer up this information freely to any and everybody, but I do feel like it could be pertinent for her to, like, inform Walter, Peter, Olivia, you know, the kind of central players in this game, if you will, about that, because like it's kind of very central information that they need to know. And the last thing that I want to talk about is it just me? Or do you guys see like a little romance between Nina and Walter? No? Yeah? No? Yeah? I would kind of ship it. Anyway, I think that is all that I really have to say about this episode. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, if you want, you can like and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon, which is linked in the description down below, as well as you can, I said that weird. You can also watch my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every episode thus far of Fringe. It is on Patreon as well. And yeah, that's it for now. I hope to see you guys next week for more Fringe. Until then, bye guys.